welcome you back to my channel, A Talk with Richie. Welcome to my new subscribers, to my old subscribers. Say welcome. Thank you very much for always coming back. How have you all been? How are you enjoying the new month? I hope you all are cool. Okay, in today's video, we will be talking about observing and listening to your children. Observing a child means carefully paying attention to details of the child's behavior. You know, as a parent, you are your child first teacher. You have the duty to understand what your child needs at any given time, his interests and ability, his needs. Maybe your child can't speak clearly or can't speak at all, like toddlers, and they need something. It is your responsibility to be active, to know what that child is trying to tell you with the sign he's giving. Sometimes the children start crying, and they cry because they are angry that they can't speak, they can't communicate with you, you can't understand them. Yes, that is why they are crying. Why some children, they will be angry and become rebellious. And this is where I talked about in my first video about beating children. I said when the child becomes rebellious, like, you just beat that child, make matter for end. But that child is giving you a sign that he needs something. But some parents, since they did not pay attention to know what that child is pointing at, they will end up beating the child. They will end up beating the child at that moment, and not until you figure out what the child wants, the child will not calm down. Interest. What is your child's interest? You as a parent, you must learn to know what your child's interests are. Is he always watching football or playing with football? Is he always reading, dancing, singing, or even paying attention to cooking? You see, when you know all this, it will help you coach your child to maintain his focus until they grow up and maybe they changes. Maybe they just change to pick something else. But at that time, you have to continue to observe the child to know what the child is doing or what he or she is his new interests are. Some of our African parents do not pay attention to their children's needs. They don't pay attention to their children, and that is why most of them don't even know what their children loves to do. Ability. What is your child capable of doing? Is he capable of fixing things? When something spoils, he fixes them. For example, these are toy cars. When it spoils, they will just fix it and the thing will come back. Is he capable of doing that? Or is he capable of spoiling things? Like most children, the ones you give them something, they will just scatter it. What is your child capable of doing? You have to know what your child is capable of doing at a given time. Is it at school, church, in the house, mosque, anywhere, outside, anywhere? You have to know what your child is capable of doing for you to be able to defend him anytime, any day. You observe your child so you can be able to solve their problems and communicate with them. Observing your children is to make you, the parent or guardian, to gain greater understanding on what your child needs. If you don't observe your children, how will you know what they want, what they are doing, what they love doing, and you don't even know when to start communicating with them, because you just let them just grow on their own. You let them grow on their own. You don't give them that attention. Observation as a parent allows you to know your children as individual. You have 3 children. You don't expect that 3 children to behave the same. Even twins, they don't behave the same. So it is your responsibility to know how each children behaves, how they how they react to situations, it is your responsibility. So you can motivate them and fully involve in their activities, in their programs, in whatever they are doing, as long as the thing is right, so that when they do something wrong, you will be able to correct them, to tell them that this thing you did is not right. This is how you will do it. Observing your child, you as a parent, it helps you as a parent or guardian to be able to help the child, to know how the child is progressing physically, socially, and even emotionally. And I ask you, if you don't observe your child to know what your child does at a particular time, how will you be able to sit your child down to start talking to the child, to start telling the child, this thing you did is not correct? Because the child won't even listen to you, because you did not pay attention to him. You don't even know what he's doing. Now you are coming to tell him that what he did is not good, when you did not even coach him at the first place. Observing your child will also help you to know if your child needs help emotionally, or he needs extra extra attention. If he needs extra attention, you never can tell. A child can be sober, a child can just sit down and be lonely. But you have to know. For example, you see your child, he's so quiet, he's so moody. It's your responsibility as a mother to go to that child and ask, what is it? What is wrong with you? And the child will talk to you. But if you do not observe, you are just pressing your phone. Your child is there, moody. You are pressing your phone. You are busy pressing phone. You are on social media. Moody, you will just go and say, no be so my pikin dey behave. No, I need to go find out wetin dey do am. And when you find out what is wrong with the child, then you can be able to solve his problems. Now let's come to listening to your child. How often do you listen to your child? How often do you give your child attention? Listening to your child gives your child the confidence to confide in you, to trust you, to see you as a friend, and not only parent, as a friend. And listening to your children gives your children that confidence to be able to speak out when they are outside with their peers. Some children, even when they are not making, not only some children, all children, even when they are not making sense, but you keep listening to them, it will give them that it will make them feel like chef, like boss. But please don't forget to always correct your child whenever he says something wrong. At the end of the discussion, you sit him down. After listening to the child, you sit the child down and say, my dear, this is what you said about this is correct, but what you said about this is not correct. You make the child to understand that his opinions alone do not matter in some issues, and he should not expect to be always correct. Because there are some children that if you tell them that they are wrong, they become angry that you told them that this you did is not good, they are wrong. Correcting your children immediately they are done will also make them understand that other people's opinion matters, and they will also learn to listen to people when they speak. Please, most importantly, parents, because most of the parents these days, they don't even have time for their children. Parent, please have time for your children. Create a conversation. Learn to know how to start a conversation with your child. As long as the child can speak, learn to how to communicate with your child. Sit the child down. Ask the child, what happened today when I was not around? Ask the child, what happened at your school? How did it go? Let the child open up to you. Don't just leave the child to do her homework, to just come back from school and start playing, and the next day you wake the child up, you dress the child for school. Without, year to year, week to week, day to day, you can't even sit your child down to ask the child how he or she is coping at school, what friends he keeps, and all that. Learn to communicate with your children, learn to listen to them, learn to have a communication room with your children. Please, parents, have time for your children. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and most importantly, the one that sweet me the most is thumbs up, because e dey ginger my body. Thumbs up for me. Thank you very much. Share to your enemies as well, and bye for now.